Let me tell you something. This hasn't stopped the rest of the group from doing their own thing.
We started this shit, and we gon' finish this shit.
Tyson Furry is full of shit. He been canceling fights since Klitschko, man.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time. This nigga's scared. Ain't nobody scared.
Hey guys, I got a little bit of bad news for you all.
This nigga's scared.
About 10 days ago, I was running up in the Lake District and I went over on my ankle, sprained my ankle. I've been to the hospital, had x-rays and MRI scans and all that stuff. They said it's not broken, but it's badly sprained. Keep off it for 6-7 weeks. And I tried to just still train a bit. Had a second opinion a week later, and I had the same advice. So the fight will be being postponed. Sorry to all my fans to let you all down.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time. This nigga's scared.
Breaking news, I've got Adam Smith and Glenn McCrory of Sky Sports. They've just informed me that the Klitschko-Fury fight is off, and we're going to get some details as to why that might be. First, Adam, what's happened?
This nigga's scared. Ain't nobody scared, man.
Well, it's very disappointing news, isn't it? Really looking forward to both Anthony Joshua's fight with Dominic Breazeale tomorrow night, and of course the rematch with Fury and Klitschko. And you know he's full of quotes, and you never quite know what you're going to get with Tyson Fury. He came out, said he was too fat and all the rest of it. He's been in training camp, but you know I've spoken to people who are close to him, and they said
this nigga's scared.
He's in terrific shape, that he was ready. 2 weeks to go. But about 10 days ago, he was out running and he's turned his ankle. I've seen a shot of it. It's a mess, and so he's right to pull out.
I had everything to be happy for, but every day was grey and dark. And my problem was, I come from a big, hard, tough family who no one communicates and no one shows weakness. If you show type of weakness,
this nigga's scared.
It means you're a weak person where I come from. So I was stuck between all of that bravado and family, peer pressure and everything. Didn't know what to do, so I just didn't tell anybody about it until one day I exploded, and I couldn't continue anymore, and I had to seek help immediately.
Hi guys, as you already know, October 29th revenge against Fury is cancelled
This nigga's
due
scared.
to whatever issue this time Fury has.
This nigga's scared.
Screw it, I will move forward and I will keep you posted when and against whom my next fight is going to be staged.
It's postponed, I believe, till about October, but I think it's a real shame. It was a fight we were all looking forward to in the heavyweight division for July, and you know, it just puts Joshua against Fury back a little bit more, I think, which is a shame. So we need the Fury-Klitschko fight to happen sooner rather than later. I think Tyson Fury would not have pulled out if it really wasn't very serious.
You know, only 18 months ago, the only place I ever envisaged I'd ever be was in a padded room, maybe. That was the best place I think I could have been. I definitely thought I was gone. I lost my mind. And I really believed that I was going to end up in a padded room. And it was a terrifying thought to the fact of I wasn't going to go there because I was going to kill myself before I ever made it there.
As Glenn says, he's a fighting man. There's no way he would have pulled out of this fight if it wasn't really serious. I just don't believe that.
You can't tell someone to pull themselves together and get up and do it, because that just puts you in a deeper hole. Me, I was on the way to a bridge doing 160 miles an hour in a high-performance car. And I was 100% certain this was the day that I was going to end it all. 2016, 28 years old, I was undefeated world heavyweight champion. And I'm on a one-way ticket to death. And just before I hit this bridge, I heard a voice in my mind.
This nigga's scared. This nigga's scared.
Don't do this. This is not what you're going to do, because think about your kids going to grow up with no father. Everyone's going to say you're a weak person. No. And I pulled the car over immediately and I was shaking.
This nigga's scared. This nigga's scared.
Serious, I just don't believe that.
You know, what's ironic is I think if the shoe had been on the other foot, so to speak, and it had been Klitschko pulling out, Fury would be going on a tirade now about him being weak and being afraid and being...
What's Klitschko going to say? That's interesting.
I'm sure he'll go on a tirade and say a lot of things about Fury.
This nigga's scared.